Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology and 5 collaborating partners secured funding from the National Research Fund to conduct action research titled Promoting Awareness and Participation of Persons with Disabilities in Education and Other Community-Based Programs in Siaya County, Kenya.
As a university, we value diversity, which means we value that people are different and people can coexist peacefully together. But above all, we also have diversity in terms of disabilities, what these days is called differently abled. And we admit students with disabilities, and we modify the environment and what to do so that they can access the environment and education like any other students. Recently, about 2 years ago, we won a grant from the National Research Fund to carry out a study on promoting awareness and the participation of people with disabilities in education and other community-based programs in Siaya County. We have done lots of work with the people with disabilities in the county, but one of the major findings that we came about is that people with disabilities lack awareness in terms of services available to them and any opportunities available to them and their rights.
The proposal was developed by a team of researchers led by Dr. Charles Omoke. The process of writing this proposal was supported by the university. Following the receipt of the research grant, the proposal development team was converted into the project implementation team. The project focuses on people living with disability and their exclusion from mainstream education and socio-economic activities. The research is about ways of creating awareness and improving participation in education and other services available to them for economic empowerment.
So what we have done as a major step is to create awareness. We have carried out mass awareness campaigns among PWDs and other people in the community, including the clergy, including the government officials, on the rights of PWDs, the services available to them, and how they can access these services.
My name is Irene Omondi. When I came first, as society, the way society is, they were not aware, but after several teachings through our chairman of Department Special Needs, he used to come to our class and talk to our fellows. Nowadays they are trying, and it is not bad. I'm attending lessons and writing notes, and it's not bad.
The team is concentrating but not necessarily limiting the research in Siaya County, having been informed by the available statistical information on disability prevalence in the country. The project is multidisciplinary and is domiciled in the Department of Special Needs Education and Early Childhood Development. The research is supported by collaborators including the National Council of Persons with Disability, Ability Africa Foundation, Sabatia Eye Hospital, Leonard Chesira Disability and Deaf Aid International. Other collaborators include the State Department of Interior and Coordination of National Government, State Department of Education, County Government of Siaya, heads of institutions, the clergy, Autobook Company, Carnegie African Diaspora Fellowship, Westchester University, Sagam Community Hospital, Parliamentary Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, parents and caregivers of PWDs, and local leaders.
As a university, we admit students with disabilities. And one of the things that we did with the funding that we received from the government is that we started a special needs education skills laboratory.
I want to welcome you to Special Needs Education Skills Laboratory. So in the skills laboratory, we assist various individuals with various categories of disabilities. We have the hearing impairment, we have visual impairment, those who are physically challenged, we assist them here.
In this laboratory, we have various equipment that we use for training our students so that when they go out there, they are teachers that have the practical sense of what they're doing in the field. And some of the things that we have in the skills lab include talking computers used by students with visual impairment. So what they do is they bring soft copies of materials that they are taught by their lecturers. They put them in the computer, and then they can listen because they can't see.
All of them are having a software called JAWS. So JAWS is able to read out loudly notes for our learners who are visually impaired. So when they are given notes in class in soft, they come here and they read them once we have inserted them in this desktop. So the JAWS will assist them in reading, because JAWS read out the notes for them loudly. Apart from the JAWS, we also have Duxbury Braille Translator. The Duxbury Braille Translator is a software together with an embosser machine here, is able to translate text into Braille. So when we get their work, we just emboss directly. So it works just like a photocopy or a printer. The only difference is the product. What comes out is in a dotted form, or we call embossed, of the Braille. In the Skills Lab, we also have a treadmill. A treadmill, we are eyeing individuals with a physical impairment. So it is mainly for exercise to strengthen their bones.
We also have braille machines. These braille machines are also used by students with visual impairment, just like other students would use books and pens.
This is called Braille, and we are using it to write down our notes or anything. This is our device for writing. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, University of Science and Technology. I am a student at Jaramogi taking religion. For my colleagues, I want to tell them, let them come to Jaramogi. This school is really trying in terms of technology, academy, and welfare of people living with disability. I know many of my colleagues have been going to Kenyatta, but I want to challenge them to come this side and try also, so that they can see for them the fruits of the education, because Jaramogi is the oasis of knowledge.
And then what we also do is that in this Skills Lab, we have set up an office. We call it a Disability Support Office. And what this office does is that it's accessed by students, members of staff, and even members of the community who need information about services and rights of PWDs. What we did is a few years ago, we decided as a university that we are going to collaborate with other stakeholders to provide services for PWDs. And some of the collaborators that we work with include Sabatia Eye Hospital. Every year, when we have Disability Day in the university, they come and offer free eye services, testing, and basic treatment for eyes. We also collaborate with Deaf Aid International in terms of kids who are deaf. We collaborate with Learner Cheshire Disability in terms of inclusive education. We also collaborate with many other organizations to provide services for people with disabilities. And then what we have also done is we have a club that is domiciled in the Department of Special Needs, and we call this club Special Needs Education, Sign Language and a Braille Club. And what we are doing here is training people basic sign language. We even train policemen and women, nurses around the community, so that when patients who have disabilities go to their facilities, they are able to communicate at least basic information. We also teach some basic Braille for those who are interested, so that we can get more people able to communicate with people with disabilities. So anytime you pass around in the university, you can come along to the Skills Laboratory and see what we offer. And we encourage students who are out there who have disabilities to come to the university, because we have changed the way we work the environment, and the way we teach in order to accommodate all learners, disabled or not. So with those few remarks, I want to once again welcome you to the Open Day and wish you the best. God bless.